Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
It's a Nassau County Class B showdown. The Long Beach Marines are coming off perhaps their biggest win of the season, knocking off Port Washington and handing the Vikings their first loss of the year, 11-8, earlier this week on Tuesday afternoon. And Garden City coming into this one very uncharacteristic, having dropped back-to-back games, the Woodstick Classic on Saturday, and then following that up with a one-goal loss to Syosset here at Garden City on Tuesday. So from Garden City High School, Matt Shortis with you. And today on Varsity Media Sports Network, it's a Nassau County, what will be a Class B playoff showdown or potential playoff showdown with the Long Beach Bulldogs and the Garden City Trojans squaring off. Hello again and welcome to Garden City High School. Matt Shortis with you, and we're so glad you could join us on this gorgeous Friday afternoon for what should be a real good matchup today with Garden City hosting Long Beach. And Garden City, again, coming into this game, sort of struggling a little bit of late. They've played two very different games in their last two games. A high-scoring affair, but a tough loss to Manhasset. And then a late surge by Syosset on Tuesday handed Garden City their second consecutive loss. So Steve Fennell and company are kind of searching for things and searching for their identity a little bit. But, you know, with the talent that they have overall, they will find the right track. But one of the things that Garden City was looking to do, and Steve Fennell was talking about, was shot selection coming into this game. For the Long Beach Marines, they are a team that feel like they're trending in a positive direction. And speaking with Jason Perlman, their head coach, he was saying, you know, at the beginning of the season, if we looked at our Floral Park scrimmage, we were barely connecting on passes. It was tough for us to get over the midfield line. And so from that standpoint, going from that to knocking off Port Washington earlier this week, again, they feel like they're trending in a very, very positive direction. And some players to watch today, Shane Murphy for Long Beach, as the guy that kind of leads things at that attack position, coming off a whale of a game on Tuesday against Port Washington with 3 goals and 3 assists. He's a very potent offensive player, has some D1 interest, And most likely, he'll be D'd up today by the long pole of Garden City, Brandon Staub, number 32. He's a Cornell commit. He has a goal and assist in the season, so he can be a little bit offensive as well. But on the football team that we've seen over this season and last season as well, very stout defensively, and he has brought that energy and that defensive presence into the lacrosse season as well. A look at our head coaches this afternoon, as Long Beach coached by Jason Perlman in his third season, longtime assistant head coach at Long Beach for 15 seasons, an Oceanside graduate of 1997. And he played football at Towson and then ended up doing a graduate student year at Hofstra, where he played under John Danowski. Steve Fennell is the head coach for Garden City in his 15th season as head coach. Garden City alumnus, and he always has his team playing at a very high level, as the expectations year in and year out are always very high at Garden City. So the opening draw will come up in just a moment. It's Long Beach and Garden City moments away here on Varsity Media Sports Network. Stay with us.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Garden City High School. It'll be Long Beach in the road blue and white jerseys, Garden City in the home white jerseys with silver helmets and numbers. We go to the face-off X. It's Jack Kiskaden at the dot for Garden City and Dan Bury at the face-off X for Long Beach. And the first whistle is sounded. We are underway, and Kiskaden wins the face-off, but a loose ball still at the center field logo, and then a procedure will go against Garden City, so it'll be Long Beach ball. That'll be an interesting matchup all game. Kiskaden has been very solid this year for Garden City. Dean Bury struggled a little bit early on in this season, and his coach Jason Perlman kind of challenged him a little bit, and he got a little more heated, a little bit more focused, and he's been on the money since then, says his head coach. So an early look here at this Long Beach Marines offense, the first line midfield of Conway, Gannon, and Christian Tarsia. Looking right on the crease, and a pass back behind the cage for Jack Miller, a very young Long Beach team. Miller, a sophomore, and Shane Murphy, the senior, one of the lone seniors on this squad with varsity experience. Murphy shoots, and a save made by Drew Quinn. Rebounded out ahead for Brandon Staub of Garden City. We mentioned in the open, he's got 2 points on the season with a goal and an assist. And Staub able to get it into the box, gets it to a short stick, and he will retreat. So Garden City, Jack Downey had it for a moment. There's Mike DeLuca. He will shovel it off to Luke Schmidt, and then he will get off, as DeLuca, primarily a defensive presence on this team, is currently constructed. defensive presence on the football team as well, a linebacker for this Nassau County Championship winning football team just a few weeks ago. 2 minutes gone by in this first quarter, scoreless so far. Here's a dodge from the top right side. Look right on the crease. Nice feed inside, and the finish for Jack Downey. And Garden City is on the board first. 2 minutes and 5 seconds into this one. So first period and first offensive series for Garden City. And a real nice job by Downey sneaking in backdoor and then finding him short side. We'll take a look at the starting lineups now. First for Long Beach, we've heard from Miller and Murphy. Selesky, one of two Selesky brothers there. Christian Tarsia in the midfield with Conway and Gannon. And the face-off man is Dean Bury with Goldstein, Scarron, Sofield, and Wally Carroll between the pipes. Another procedure going against Garden City. So Long Beach will have it. And Garden City with a 1-0 lead. Some movement here for the Marines. Back behind the cage, it's Selesky. Selesky coming goal line extended. He feeds it back behind once more for Murphy. The senior Murphy well defended. As we talked about, that matchup between he and Brendan Staub will be an interesting one to watch today. Moving on the run, they feed back again to Selesky. Crafty player who can go back and forth. He'll shuttle between the midfield and the attack. Up top, this is Dan Hartman, part of this second midfield unit for Long Beach. Hartman has the short stick of Pierce Archer on him. Now Gannon with it. Gannon on the drive. And he's being D'd up by Jack Costello, who's the pole in the midfield today for Garden City. Long Beach being very patient offensively on this series. Took one shot on goal and it was saved by Drew Quinn. And now a double team comes, ball to the turf. Sawyer came up with it. Ball's on the ground one more time, and Garden City has it. Here's Pierce Archer with it. Archer comes and gets thwacked by Joe Selesky. And the ball loose on the turf again. And a whistle. This one looks like it should be Long Beach ball. Good job on the ride for the Marines. Here's Selesky moving in. Low shot saved by Quinn. Already Quinn with 2 saves today. Long pass ahead. Numbers in transition. Ball knocked away by the Long Beach ride, or the Long Beach defense. It was Jaden Bloom who got a piece of that, which could have been a goal very easily for Garden City. And now Bobby Seal able to create a turnover for the Trojans. One of the captains of this Garden City team doing a nice job redefending. We've played 5 minutes in the opening quarter, just about. 1-0 Garden City leading off the goal from Jack Downey. About 2 minutes in. Drive from the left side, back up top. Here's a shot from the left point. That goes in. Ryan Connolly's 11th goal of the season. And Garden City has a 2-0 lead. For Garden City, great patience. And again, the 11th goal of the season for Connolly. And one thing that Steve Fennell's got to like from his squad is, well, 2 things really. Shooting percentage, 2 shots on goal, 2 goals. And number 2 is both goals have been assisted today. Face-off win for Jack Cascadin, his first of the day, and Garden City back to work. Here is Cascadin, gets around a defender, changes hands, shoots low, 5-hole goal on Willie Carroll. And Garden City takes a 3-0 lead, as those two goals coming 15 seconds apart. So Jack Cascadin winning his first face-off today. The Cornell commit getting a beat on his defender and scoring his 4th goal of the season. So Garden City in a low-scoring contest in their last game on Tuesday. Coming out of the gates red hot. Cascadin back-to-back face-off wins, so face-offs are even at 2 now. Having a little trouble handling this one. The ball to the turf on the football 40-yard line. And Long Beach came away with it. Thought there could have been a whistle there, but no call. So Garden City has the ball. It looked like Owen Stark had gotten held up by one defender and then tripped up by another. But play continues. Midway point of the first quarter, and Garden City leading 3-0 over the Long Beach Marines. Drive inside, wide open, up top shot going wide, as Carroll might have got a piece of that one. Nice look inside, and the cutter goes in. Garden City, and very impressive offensively here. As Mike Fargione nets that one. A junior midfielder. Cascadin netting his 3rd face-off win. Here's a look. As Garden City being very aggressive. First save of the day for Wally Carroll, pardon me. Their offense has really been getting one good look and then firing and making the most of it. They have not been shy, not been too patient. They've been looking to shoot early in possessions, and it's worked out well for them so far, out to a 4-0 lead. A little over 7 minutes into this one. Garden City with their first possession in a little while. Tarsia sends it wide left. Drew Quinn with a pair of saves as well for Garden City. A season high of 15 earlier this year against Farmingdale. Backhanded shovel shot by Shane Murphy. Goes in and gets Long Beach on the board.
Let's go, Gino! Let's go, Gino! Have the possession here, boy!
Now that's a big goal by Murphy just to get Long Beach on the board. And we've seen face-offs so far between Bury and Cascadin been pretty even. Let's give them a little confidence and know they could get one by Quinn. Cascadin looked like he had an early beat on this. Bury coming away with it, though. Nice job by the senior Dean Bury. And Long Beach trying to battle back into this one. Ignato on it for Long Beach. And now it's the sophomore Jack Miller being harassed by Brendan Staub. And they'll exchange some offensive personnel with Long Beach as Jack Gannon will come back in. Buonacore coming out, and Owen Stark returning for the Marines. Slowing down things a little bit is Long Beach. Dodge from the right side. They move it back behind for Shane Murphy. Again, coming off a 6-point performance, Murphy absorbs the contact. Little shovel pass up high, maybe a little too flashy as it was over his intended target, Jack Miller, and it goes out of bounds. Nice pass ahead by Quinn. Here's Staub, fast break. Staub will shoot it and score. Brendan Staub, his second goal of the season. And Staub knows that as a defender, the defense has to come up and slide to that point man. Well, the defense didn't slide until Staub was about 8 yards from goal, and when you have that long pole and you rear up and shoot, by the time the goalie's got trying to react to that, there's not a whole lot of time for him too. A whistle and a procedure going against Long Beach. Here Garden City comes again, a little tough pass handled by Gerard O'Connor, and now a double team coming on Jack Downey. Downey able to pass out of it though, and Garden City will pull it out and they'll set up their offense. So Ryan Connolly coming up top. Connolly being defended by Jeff Conway, the sophomore. And he's got the short stick on him. Here's Connolly, pass fake up top. Now it goes Wally Carroll, going down low for the save. Makes another one loose in front. Garden City picks it up and deposits it in the back of the net. Gerard O'Connor on a broken play. There is O'Connor. Carroll made a couple of nice saves there. And the defense was trying to close in. So Gerard O'Connor scores his 6th goal this season, the captain and lefty attacker, showing you the left hand on that last goal. And Cascadon has got in a groove. He's won 5 faceoffs in this opening quarter. Ball to the turf. Long Beach has it. Hayden Sofield able to pull it away from trouble. They feed it to Wally Carroll. There's Owen Stark, and Long Beach is successful clear, able to get it over the midfield line. Callahan. Up top, it comes for Jack Gannon. And Ignatow along with Joe Selesky. We're inside 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. And Garden City off to a hot start here, leading 6-1. And I think the exciting thing for Garden City is 6 different goal scorers in those 6 goals. High pass, Gannon having to track it down. Fed to Selesky down low. I think you'll see Long Beach whenever they have possession. It's kind of tough. You want to slow it down a little bit because of how explosive Garden City's been, but you're in an early hole and trying to get a few back. There's a sophomore, Miller. Well-timed check by Brendan Staub. Miller able to recover, though. Here's a shot whistling high as Owen Stark tried to do a little shake and then let it fly. Here's Shane Murphy at X. Again has Staub on him, rolling. Goal line extended. Near side shot saved by Quinn. Third save of the quarter for Quinn. Here comes Garden City charging up ahead again. That'll be a flag on a push from behind against Jack Gannon. Take another look at the penalty. That's going to be a cross check. You know what, though? You almost, if you're Long Beach, you almost take that penalty with the way that Garden City has been able to score on the break. So first man-up chance of the day for either team. 20 seconds remain in the first quarter. Garden City has Long Beach moving. A little tough to handle on that pass from Ryan Connolly. Long Beach able to create a turnover, but now 3 Garden City players around 1 Long Beach player. Christian Tarja got tied up. And that's going to be a flag against Garden City, so that'll negate the man advantage. Another look at this. The officials it almost looks like they're saying it's offsetting. So they're going to pick up the flag and wave it off. So there'll be no penalty for Garden City, but I believe it'll still be Long Beach ball, or will be Long Beach ball. So the sophomore Jeff Conway has it. And Conway able to get by a double team before the first quarter comes to a close. An explosive Garden City offense. We saw 6 different goal scorers for the Trojans as they take a 6-1 lead with 1 quarter in the books. Stay with us on Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got he's in. Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage. One of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
Welcome back to Garden City High School as the Trojans have a 6-1 lead over Long Beach. And Garden City got off to such an explosive start. We didn't get a chance to tell you about their starting lineup, so we'll do that now. As the offense and the attack of Downey, Connolly, and Tommy Engelke. The midfield with Bobby Seal, Luke Schmidt, Gerard O'Connor. And you heard from Jack Kaskanen at the faceoff. Doc Costello, Staub, and Matt Gebhardt defensively. And Drew Quinn, who's had a pretty solid start as well for Garden City. So we will switch sides as Long Beach will attack left to right. And we start without a faceoff because Long Beach held on to the ball at the end of the quarter, and there was a a penalty. So they will try and work off the clock of the remainder of the man down possession. And that was very short-lived. It was less than 10 seconds. So we're back to even strength now. 6-on-6 as we are just underway in the second quarter. Long Beach trying to battle back in this one a little bit. Here's Tarsia. Trying to roll towards the goal. High shot, and it whistles over the crossbar. That one faked Quinn a little bit as he started to go down low. Shane Murphy. That's the lone Long Beach goal today. Murphy well defended by Staub. Murphy's pass intercepted, taken away by the freshman Matt Gebhardt. Gebhardt's pass now gets away. Shot, fake, goal for Shane Murphy. Boy, Drew Quinn just out of position as the freshman Matt Gebhardt made a great play to intercept the pass. And then he threw a low pass where he was looking for Quinn, and Murphy was in the right place. And not only that, a lot of times guys might rush that shot. Murphy threw a couple of shot fakes in there, made sure he had the open cage, and then deposited it in the back of the net. So Murphy, the 2 goals for Long Beach today. A Garden City face-off win. Numbers again as they move in an unhurried situation. Ball knocked away and pounced on by Wally Carroll. The Marines trying to push ahead as they get over the midfield line in the form of Dylan Goldstein, the lone senior defender for Long Beach. This is a very young Long Beach team. You know, it's pretty much every spring sport here in Nassau. There's not a ton of varsity experience because of that missed year last year. But Jason Perlman, the Long Beach head coach, was saying at the beginning of the year, he asked guys who had varsity experience to raise their hand, and there was 4 hands that got raised. Shot saved by Quinn. Rebounded to Long Beach. Double team coming in the back at X. Joe Selesky able to pull it out and keep the possession going. Here's Miller, the sophomore. Now Murphy with it again. Murphy lost his footing a bit. Regains control. Trying to back his way in. Behind the back shot. Goes wide, and good job by the defenders for Garden City. As they were able to chase after that shot and win the possession for the Trojans. Over the midfield line. This is the senior Mike DeLuca. As Matt Kephart, who helped win that possession a moment ago for Garden City. Behind the cages is Ryan Connolly. Got the scoring started for Garden City with his 11th goal of the season. Team lead in that category. Well defended. Good check by Jack Gannon, and Gannon trying to use his speed to clear the ball. Gannon steps into the box, and then he will dump it off to Jeff Conway. Jason Perlman could not say enough good things about Jack Gannon, who's also a member of the Long Beach hockey team, and they are hockey crazy down in the Barrier Island. He's actually a defenseman, but sort of an offensive-minded defenseman. Roll dodge up top. Here's Tarsia's shot going wide. As Tarsia took a bit of a hit after that one. Play will resume. Conway with it, the sophomore. Up top for Miller. Another sophomore for this Garden City team. Miller tied up Then gets a step on his man. Good recovery by Kephart and a shot that was easily stopped by Quinn, his 5th save of the game. Here comes Garden City in transition. 1 pass, now 2, and pass thrown a little bit behind Downey. And the ball went out of bounds. There was some confusion on the field for a second, but Long Beach will have it. Here's Goldstein stepping over for the Marines. Goldstein stepped it into the box. He will come back over midfield, and Dan Hartman, a short stick, will come on over for Long Beach. The senior Dan Hartman, who's really come on in the last few weeks, takes a shot and scores. So Hartman, who came in and over the line just a moment before, as Goldstein, the defender, had brought the ball over. And he kind of lulled the Garden City defense to sleep a little bit. Almost looked like he caught him off guard. Dan Hartman is a guy that his coach says can lower the shoulder and shoot the ball on the run, and that's exactly what he did on that last goal. So Long Beach trying to battle back in this one. They've scored the only 2 goals of this second quarter and trail by 3. It's 6-3, Garden City on top. Cascadon won that faceoff, but it was picked up by Bonacore for Long Beach. And we'll get a whistle and a timeout for the Marines as they are buzzing a little bit offensively. 7 minutes remaining in the first half, with Garden City on top 6-3. Stay with us on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. Oh, he's in. Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
This is the start of really the meat of what would be considered the conference schedule for both of these squads. As Garden City with Long Beach starting today, then Cary in a few days, Calhoun Southside. Really that is going to determine a lot of seeding for the playoff time. And Long Beach, they did already have one game against Southside, but again, also getting into really the meat of what would be considered the Nassau Conference B schedule. Out of the timeout, Garden City able to create a turnover. And a long pass ahead, but Pierce Archer snares it out of the air. Archer left side, right to the doorstep, shot fake, and the ball knocked away, picked up off the turf behind the back, shot goes out of bounds. And backing up was Jack Downey. Nice look at the break, and Garden City, perhaps one extra passer. That ball came over on the cradle. And Long Beach dodges one there. Garden City has been at their best in those unsettled situations today. They can get out and get up so fast. And talking to Mike Hungerford, the Farmingdale head coach, earlier this week when we saw them at Southside, he was talking about their game against Garden City, and he said our transition defense was not good against the Trojans. Here they go in a 6-on-6 shot saved by Carroll. Carroll trying to dive on top of that one. And there's the stop, but it will be Garden City ball. I think official word was that he might have come out of the crease and then went back in. Here's Bobby Seal as Garden City getting into some set offense here. Seal looks up top, left side, a goal. As Mike Fargione picks a corner top right and gets his second goal of the game. And Garden City, you knew they were running some of their set offense as guys were bunching up right on the crease. And the slide was a little slow to come to him. You know, one thing we've seen for Garden City today, out on the perimeter, they've had plenty of time to shoot, and their hands have been free, really. Here's Kaskadin trying to move quickly. Kaskadin bounce shot scores. And that, again, is the speed at which Garden City could get on you. Just 7 seconds between Garden City goals. Kaskadin netting his second today, and both of his goals coming on top of another Garden City goal that immediately preceded it. 7 seconds elapsed on this one. On his first goal, it was just 15 seconds. So all the work that Long Beach did to try and battle back into this with 2 goals early in this first quarter is undone in a span of 8 seconds. Kaskadin, another face-off win. And we'll have a flag down on what appears to be a slash. So delayed penalty coming up against T7. Remaining in this first half, a 5-goal advantage for the Trojans. Here's Angelkey. Inverting up top. Tommy Angelkey. A long line of Angelkeys around Garden City Lacrosse. Here's a pass to the crease, knocked down. And we'll have a whistle. And a penalty on a push. So things are getting a little bit dire for Long Beach now with 2 men in the box. It'll be 6-on-4 for Garden City advantage. Trojans moving the ball with some speed now. Here's Seal. To the left side, looking right on the crease. Shot, goal! The cutter of Jack Downey. Coming in through the crease, and a nice job by Garden City to find him. Angelkey, the assist. So Downey netting his second today. It's an extra man goal for Garden City. And the Trojans are really coming alive now. Kaskadin has won 3 straight face-offs. Shot fake down low and a goal. Ryan Connolly puts one in. His second goal today, and all of a sudden Garden City has scored 4 goals in less than a 2-minute span. And their lead has ballooned to 7. 4 unanswered goals for the Trojans. Pace getting set by Jack Kiskaden, who has won 3 straight faceoffs after that first Garden City goal to start this run. And again, just the speed at which this has happened. And then a procedure against Long Beach. So 10 face-off wins now for Jack Kiskaden, and they are putting a bit of a clamp on this one offensively. Here's Jack Downey. Big attackman. He's over 6 feet. Downey looking up top, letting one fly was Connolly. Connolly's shot going wide. Trojans back to work offensively. Here's Fennell. Stevie Fennell with the stick in the left hand. Back up top, he comes for Fargione, who's got a pair of goals today. Trey Going, a senior. First time today we've really seen Garden City slow things down a little bit offensively. They've been real pedal to the metal in terms of their offensive flow. Their fast break and unsettled situation offense has been superb this afternoon. There's Fennell again. Fennell with a head of speed. Fennell, his shot doesn't get too far. Ball to the turf, and it goes out of bounds. Long Beach will have it. Oh, they're going to say it's Garden City ball. I thought that went off of Fennell. So Fargione has it. Inside 2 minutes to go in the first half. Garden City in control at the moment with a 10-3 advantage. There's Fargione. Little hesitation move up top for Fennell. Winging around with speed. Connolly one more time. The hat trick for Connolly. And Garden City is on some sort of run right now. 5 unanswered goals in this second quarter. And they take an 8-goal advantage at 11-3. Kiskaden, another face-off win. Kiskaden shoots on the run. Save made by Carroll, who's had a busy day between the pipes for Long Beach so far. Near side for Sofield for Long Beach. Sofield's pass knocked away and picked up by Mike DeLuca. DeLuca feeds it ahead for Archer. And a flag down for Long Beach, and the Marines not pleased by that after the sequence. Inside a minute to go in the first half. Garden City leading 11-3. Bobby Seal with it, and a delayed penalty again coming up on Long Beach. Garden City can take this one and wind it down to the last few seconds and take the penalty into the second half if they choose. Here are the Trojans, low shot. Ball popped up into the air, picked up by Garden City and deposited In the back of the net by Tommy Engelke. Or right on the right spot as everybody was kind of waiting for it to come down. And Engelke scores his first goal of the day. And Garden City on top 12-3 with just 20 seconds left in this first half. They're trying to muck it up, and a new face-off for Garden City as well. Here come the Trojans again firing on net. This time Carroll able to make the stop as time is running down in the opening half of play. It's heaved downfield, but the horn sound. An impressive offensive display in the second quarter for Garden City as they finish the half on a 6-0 run, shutting out Long Beach for the final 7+ minutes of the first half. So 12-3 the score. Garden City with the lead at halftime. Stay with us. Plenty more to come on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050. Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games,
Top of the key, Smith. Why not? Wow. Bang. McKee, first down and more. Charlie McKee. Touchdown, Oceanside.
school events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone
516-403-2050.
Welcome back to Garden City High School on Long Island. Matt Shortis with you on the Varsity Media Sports Network as Garden City had an impressive, not only first half, but really second quarter. The last 7 minutes or so of the second quarter, they went on a run. 6 straight goals from the 5:20 mark to end that quarter, and a game that was still in the balance at 6-3 at the time of that initial goal really shifted in Garden City's favor, especially because of their play at the face-off X. Taking a look at some of the first half numbers. Face-offs favored Garden City 11-4. Garden City had 17 ground balls to 8 for Long Beach, 24 total shots. So they're shooting at a 50% clip, which is a great percentage. And 8 ground balls for Long Beach. So Long Beach has their work cut out for them. Luke Hartman will go to the face-off X for the first time today for Long Beach, and procedure going against the Marines. So Garden City will have it. As Bobby Seal starts with the ball in his stick. And the Trojans, again, coming off back-to-back losses, which is almost unheard of for this Garden City program, losing to Manhasset in the Woodstick on Saturday and then dropping a 1-goal contest to Syosset here on Tuesday, where the Braves came from behind, scoring 3 goals in the fourth quarter. Garden City came out with an edge today, especially in that second quarter. Here's Luke Schmidt, the quarterback on the Garden City football team. Left-handed shot from O'Connor. Puts it in top shelf, and Garden City has a 10-spot lead. O'Connor's second goal today. And that one coming just 56 seconds into this one. That'll be a procedure against Garden City. So Long Beach will have it. First time in a little while that the Marines have had possession. Zaleski. And it's got to be a tough position as well for Long Beach. Coming off this big high earlier this week, perhaps having your best win of the season, or having the best win of the season, and handing Port Washington their first loss of their season. A balanced performance, feeling like you're trending upward, and Garden City's up-tempo offense in unsettled situations really getting the hold of things, and a double team aggressively coming out, really hammering on Murphy, and Murphy loses possession. Here comes Luke Schmidt. Again with some numbers for Garden City. Mike DeLuca. DeLuca shooting wide. And Ryan Connolly backing up. And look at the tremendous defense with Costello back there. Here's Trey going with it for the Trojans. And now Cascadon. We've seen him a lot at the face-off. Getting a little bit more field presence now. But he's scored a couple in unsettled situations. Here he goes again. Gets one step on a defender. A little push from behind. Downey with it now. Fennell flashing up top to relieve him. Here's Fennell shooting on the run. Low shot saved by Carroll. Wally Carroll's 6th save this afternoon. As coach Jason Perlman says, he averages about 10 to 15 saves per contest. Boy, he faced a lot of rubber in the first half. Garden City took 24 first half shots. So that meant 17 of them were on goal again. So they were shooting at about 67% on goal. Maybe a shade under. Here's Conway with it. Ball to the turf. And now he's able to pick it back up. Miller on the run, low shot, stopped by Quinn. Here's Miller with it. Miller trying to get around a man. Miller's shot saved by Quinn again. So Quinn picks up that possession. Garden City able to clear, and there is a man back in Bobby Seal. Fennell tried a little swim move and then pulls it back out, does the sophomore. 10-goal advantage for Garden City, 13-3 with 7:20 remaining in the third quarter. Trojans trying to pull even on the season at 500, a 3-3 record. And coming off the long football season where they won a county title, once again beating MacArthur. Perhaps taking them a little while to get going here in the lacrosse season. Moving up top, ball off the stick of Ryan Connolly in a battle for it at the football 35-yard line. It's Bobby Seal picking it up off the turf. This is where Garden City's been so strong today in these unsettled situations. Fennell off a screen. Try a little pick and pop. And a two-man game up top with Anglekey. Anglekey, look on the crease. Stop made by Carroll. Nice job by Wally Carroll going down low. And Garden City will have it again. Anglekey moving towards the cage. Shot wide. And a flag down as Anglekey took a shot as he was shooting that ball. So we'll see what the call is. But Garden City is going to go on a man advantage. Yeah, that shot was a little high, and Hayden Sofield, the sophomore, had his hands apart, so it's a cross-check. Two things that really are going against the sophomore there. One, he didn't have his hands together. If you have your hands together, you might get away with that hit. But again, coming up high also, he was kind of driving from chest level up, especially since the emphasis on potential head injuries. That is something to raise the eyebrow of an official. So Garden City, going back to the man up, they do have one man up goal today. Coming back in the second quarter. Shot from the right point. Ryan Connolly makes it 2. It was Downey the first time, and now Connolly netting his 4th goal today. A nice feed from behind the cage as well for Seal. Looks like Kaskanen back out there for the face-off with Bonacore. And procedure going against Long Beach. There's Bobby Seal with it for Garden City. 5:33 to go, 14-3, Trojans on top. I need to correct myself on that last assist. It was Pat Gavin, the senior.
There are 3 of you there. How'd you miss that?
Ball knocked away and out of bounds. They'll stay with Long Beach. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Again, in a game that Garden City has dominated. It's been a lower scoring third quarter. Only 2 goals so far to this point. Here's the senior Ignatow. Can move well with the ball and without the ball. Jack Cannon with it. Murphy has a pair of goals for Long Beach today. Shane Murphy up top. Low shot going a little wide of the cage. Murphy has his pocket picked by Brendan Staub. Staub ahead to the freshman Gebhardt. Gebhardt, shot fake, looking right on the crease. Well defended. Nice job by Jack Scarin getting over. But Garden City still buzzing. Here's Connolly. Up top for Schmidt. Luke Schmidt wearing number 16, the same number he wears on the football field. Quarterback for the Garden City Trojans the last season and a couple of games. 2-time Nassau County Championship quarterback. And Jack Kaskanen, the junior, who had a fantastic game in the county championship this year against MacArthur, had a few touchdowns. And really, second half kind of put the game in doubt late against MacArthur. Here's Schmidt driving goal line extended. Feeds back behind the cage. Kaskanen calling for it up top. Here's Downey on the drive. And Downey turns, fires, and scores. Jack Downey, and Garden City now has scored 9 consecutive goals. And Garden City is going to make a goalie change as Drew Quinn will come out. And coming in his place is the junior goalie Chris Allen. So Garden City making some wholesale changes now. As you look at Chris Allen, the junior, between the pipes now. Kurt Dangler also in on the defensive side. We close in on 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And Garden City is in control right now. 15-3 the advantage. And look down low, a shot and a goal. As Jack Miller gets the first goal for Long Beach in this second half. Nice look on the crease, and Miller finding some space to operate in. Whistle on the face-off. Procedure will go against Garden City, so it'll be Long Beach ball. And the Marines back to work. Here's Dan Hartman. Up top, pass getting away, and giving chase is going for Garden City. He will have it, and Garden City will have it. With about 90 seconds left in this third quarter. Sawyer Olsen picked that one up. Garden City slow to get over the midfield line. They thought they might have been offsides, but everybody was on. Ground ball. Hartman picks it up for Long Beach. And they step it in as we hit the minute mark in this third quarter. Zaleski. Now Bury, the Fogo, getting some time on the offensive side of the ball as well. Conway using his body. Conway's bounce shot goes in. Jeff Conway, the sophomore, showing some good strength from the top of the box. Face-off win by Bury, and then Bury goes to the turf. And a flag is thrown with 32 seconds left. And that one's an easy one to call for an official. Not only a push from behind, but then the cross-check as well. So Long Beach goes back to work trying to close the quarter out with a goal. They've scored back-to-back goals. for the first time since early in the second quarter. Before Garden City ripped off 6 straight to end the half and 9 straight overall in the game. Hartman moving it to Ignatow, looking right on the crease. Pass picked off by Chris Allen. And the third quarter, comes to a close. But Garden City had a real good run in this early part of the third quarter. They opened the lead up to 12. Long Beach scores 2 more. And it's a 10-goal game as we head to the fourth here in Garden City.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy.
He's got. He's in.
Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
Welcome back to Garden City High School. Steve Fennell and company with a comfortable lead. Very different style game and different approach game from the game that Garden City fans saw here on Tuesday afternoon. Low-scoring contest and a one-goal game. It was 6-5. Syosset won. Again, Garden City trying to get back in the win column after dropping a couple straight here, and they are, at least at the moment, on their way to doing just that. Procedure goes to Garden City. And that was Ryan McKenna who brought the ball in. Ryan Mayer on the attack as well. That ball knocked away. Tom Selesky able to come up. We're working on that ground ball and a battle for it in the football end zone off to our left. As they fight for it, and Long Beach coming away with that one. Next, Scarin. Again, only a sophomore. 2 sophomores on the starting defense for Long Beach, and Scarin and Hayden Sofield. And they have had their work cut out for them today, along with Dylan Goldstein. Long Beach going back to work. Sean Murphy looking right on the crease. His pass a little bit high. Long Beach able to pick up the ground ball, able to keep the possession alive. Miller with it. Selesky. Back at X, Selesky now trying to work his way near side. He comes for Miller, the sophomore. Miller double team trying to pass out of that. Tough pass picked up by Ignatow. Flag coming down. Lots of flags. I think every official picked up their laundry. Ball to the turf. Long Beach will have it. So delayed penalty coming up against Garden City. Murphy directing traffic behind the cage. Roll dodge. Murphy cutting back inside. Fires low and scores. So Sean Murphy has a hat trick today. Second straight game that he has that. And we'll see what the penalty is. There was one, then a second on a trip. And then... So one of those is released. The other one is being served right now. So Garden City is man down as we take this faceoff. Griffin Minuto, the senior at the faceoff X, and comes up with the faceoff win. Trying to feed back to his goalie. He does. Sawyer almost comes up with a takeaway. Garden City in a little trouble right now. And the goalie, Chris Allen, having some difficulties. Kurt Dangler was helping him out, finally able to get it upfield. And a failure to advance on Garden City will give the ball back to Long Beach. Well, the official indicated like a procedural thing, and I thought that was again, Garden City not able to get the ball into the box. But they say it's Garden City ball. And we're not down on the field or at the scorer's table, so tough to be sure. Ryan Mayer with it. Garden City going back to work offensively. Up top, they'll unload on a shot that goes wide. That was off the stick of Max Cotignato. Of a whistle. I think Long Beach might be taking a timeout here. We'll see. Both teams are... yeah, I think it is a timeout. Teams are getting together. So, with a timeout on the field, we will step aside as well. 15-6, Garden City leading. 7:58 to go in this one. Stay with us on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got. Oh, he's in. Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage. One of many threes on the day.
Interviews, and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
$7:58 to go in the game. Garden City leading Long Beach 15-6. The Trojans had a lead as large as 12 earlier today. And that was at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter where they were up 15-3. Long Beach was able to score a couple goals in the final 2 minutes. And they have added one more here in the fourth quarter. Garden City back to work offensively. Following this timeout, shot saved by Carroll. And Carroll will continue that string of having 10 to 15 saves just because of the sheer amount of shots that Garden City was able to take today. Here's a look across the crease, and again, Carroll got a piece of that, and it nicked Ryan Marr. Seemed banged up, but okay, as he brings the ball back in. Here's a shot on the run. Carroll got a piece of that one. Ryan McKenna with it now. Up top, nice move. Switching sticks to the left hand, and a shot going wide. Move inside, a bounce shot, save made by Carroll. Wally Carroll still standing in tough. These are not easy games as a goaltender. Here's Scarron. Flag down after a slash against Garden City. Hit the midway point of the quarter. 9-goal advantage still for the Trojans at 15-6. Jack Miller. Now Murphy with it. Sean Murphy, the 3 goals today. Fake the behind the back pass. Shovel to the left side for Selesky. Murphy giving chase to this one, able to collect it before it goes out of bounds. And then Long Beach can reset their offense. Tarsia moving in tight. Tarsia goes into the crease. His shot was saved by Allen. And we'll have a whistle on a crease violation, but there was a flag before that. Take a look at some of our upcoming game broadcasts here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We head out to Suffolk this weekend for Bayport, Blue Point, and West Islip, and then next week back here at Garden City, them and the Seahawks of Cary. That'll be a good one. Then for Calhoun and also that day, Cary and Southside, Locust Valley and Cold Spring Harbor later next week, along with Southside and Garden City. So you see a bunch of games coming up as we move you through June here in Nassau and Suffolk County on Long Island. It's one of the best times of year on the high school sports schedule just because you get lacrosse, and it's some of the best lacrosse in the country from a high school standpoint. Even though the game continues to expand year in and year out, westward and southward. Still a good hotbed on Long Island. Long Beach trying to go back to work, and they do. Joe Selesky adds one from the top of the box. A nice job, Selesky. Plenty of time and space. And Long Beach has scored 4 straight goals to cut the deficit to 8. Ground ball to Garden City. RJ Vitruba The sophomore who had a pretty big impact on this football season. Picking up the ground ball. Look down low, ball to the turf. And a flag down against Long Beach. Delayed penalty coming up. Here's Cortignato with it. Ball back down, shot and a save by Carroll. So that'll stop the clock. Garden City will go on a man advantage. Take a look at the penalty. Not much there, if that's where the penalty was. Up top, skip pass for the Trojans. Look right, goal line near side, and a shot pulled just wide. Off the stick of Ian Paisley. Garden City's offense going back to work. Skip pass. They were looking for Paisley again. Ball to the turf. Scooped up by Long Beach. Goldstein with it. And Goldstein, as he comes over midfield, loose the ball, but picked back up by Long Beach. And Christian Tarsia able to grab that one. Inside 4 minutes to play on a gorgeous Friday afternoon, now evening. Ball goes out of bounds. You know, as we look forward to some of the upcoming schedules, you know, you saw the games that we had coming up in 3 days' time. So on Monday, Garden City taking on Cary, a shot saved by Carroll. Then Calhoun will also have on the broadcast, and at Southside next week. So a busy week for Garden City coming up. From Monday to Friday, they get 3 games. Cary, at Calhoun, at Southside. And that will go a long way to determine playoff seeding, really, come playoff time, mid-June. Long Beach takes a timeout with 2:17 to play in this fourth quarter. And Garden City again with a 15-7 advantage. We'll step aside as well. Stay with us on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Now is the time to promote your business on our broadcasts.
Now Farmingdale will fire and find the back of the net.
Top of the key, 4-3, good.
With viewership in the thousands, your company will get the local attention it needs. Best of all, we offer affordable rates. High school sports online audiences are growing. Take advantage by advertising with Varsity Media.
Hands off, three-point shot is up and in. You back him back 3 yards, it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Freeport.
Contact us today, 516-403-2050, varsitymedia.net.
Take a look at some of the upcoming games we have on our Varsity Media Sports Network. Bayport, Blue Point, and West Islip coming at you tomorrow afternoon. And as we get into next week, some big games here in Nassau Conference B. Monday, we'll have Garden City and Cary. Then Wednesday, Garden City will take on Calhoun. Friday, a doubleheader with Southside, Cary, and then Locust Valley and Cold Spring Harbor, and then Garden City wrapping up the big week, taking on Southside on the road on Friday. I'm getting my days mixed up here. Here's a shot from Long Beach and a save made as Garden City has brought in a new goalie in Colin Walsh. The senior getting his first action today and getting the stop. We're inside, 2 minutes to go, and Garden City, I guess they never had stepped into the box because they came back up top. So now Garden City will have to keep it in with 1:17 to go. And boy, all things clicked for the Trojans today. Steve Fennell had an intensity about him prior to the game. A lot of times, pre-games, he's pretty talkative, and he was very businesslike today. Wanted offense to really key in on some details that they were going over. And it worked out well today. Here's a shot from Marr. Ryan Marr has his first goal today. For Garden City, this is their highest scoring output of the season. It tops the 14 they had on Saturday in the loss to Manhasset. They've eclipsed double-figure scoring only twice coming into this game out of the 5 games. The other one was when they scored 11 against Farmingdale. So it seems like when Garden City is able to win face-offs and really push the tempo and push the pace, they are at their best offensively. So the Trojans will improve to 3-3 overall. Long Beach will drop to 3-3. After winning their first 2 of the season against Herricks and East Meadow, and then they beat Port Washington the other day. So the final seconds tick off the clock. An impressive performance. Pretty much from start to finish from Garden City. They scored their first goal a little over 2 minutes in. They put up 6 in the first, 6 in the second, and they led by as many as 12 today. So the Trojans improved to 3-3 with today's performance, a 16-7 win here at home against Long Beach. That'll do it for everybody involved in our broadcast. For our producer and director, Nick Liuzzi, I'm Matt Shortis, and we'll catch you next time